What is up guys, my name is Grimster, and today I have this special video for you guys, which is my gaming career so far, which started way back in 2011 with GoldenEye Wii, this game right here, and then I went to Call of Duty, to Mario Kart, and to Splatoon. So I'm going to have gameplay of all these games and go through my kind of career on each one. And at the very end I'm going to actually have a section for the future, and I'm going to have a kind of big announcement in that section if you kind of enjoy my channel or keep up to date on my channel. So please, if you don't even want to watch this video, please skip to that. I'm actually going to put all the different time sections for each game and that announcement in the description if you just want to skip certain games or watch a certain part. So yes, GoldenEye. Probably the first thing you can see is that my name is Stereo in this game, and this is because the very first team I joined on this game was called CD. So before this I didn't really have a name I went by, so I wanted a name that would suit the tag. So yeah, I went with Stereo. Okay, so that out of the way, I just want to say, because I'm watching the gameplay right now, on this game and on Mario Kart I'm very rusty, and you can definitely see it. In Call of Duty I just took games I got like 2 years back from theatre, and Splatoon obviously I won't be rusty. So yeah, just want to say that. So even though I joined this team CD, like I didn't do it when I first got into the game. Like I was playing this game for about a year before I even found out anything about teams or anything. And what made me find out about like game facts, which is where pretty much everyone GoldenEye communicated, was because I remember facing Pokemon in this game, and Pokemon was like probably top 5 team. So I remember I searched them up on Google and I found game facts. So yes, that's where it all began. Okay, I already know this commentary is going to be shit because it's not organised, but I'm going through it anyways. So CD died not too long after, I'm pretty sure it was due to inactivity, and this is where I joined my first proper team, and that I stayed for which years. Well, I don't say that. I stayed for the whole GoldenEye, and I also still keep in contact with them, and that was called MG. Awesome guys, and now that I look back on it, I'm so happy that despite my age, so back in 2011 I would have been only 12, that those guys still respected me and was really nice to me, because I'm telling you, after MG, or like when I was in MG, I still joined so many teams. I was such a douchebag. Like I did not stay with just one team. I thought it was an achievement to join as many teams as possible. So yeah, I was one of those clan hopping assholes. But yet they were still really nice to me and always played different games with me. It wasn't just GoldenEye, there was Modern Warfare 3, there's Mario Kart. So yeah, awesome guys. And another team I joined, full of awesome guys who were like MG, didn't care about this, that I was really young, they just were nice to me, whatever, was OZ. And in particular there was the leader called Mobstar, who I played with for nearly hours every day. He was just such an awesome guy, and I really respect him as a player, and I don't even know what he's doing now. I really need to get back into contact with him. So yeah, I don't really think I was really known as a player. No, I wasn't. On this game I wasn't really known as a player. One thing that did help me get kinda known was this EU tournament, well, a PAL tournament, so it was for EU and Australian players. And I played pretty well. Well, I do think I played pretty well in it. Also, this isn't actually the video buffering, this is me lagging, so so yeah, I actually played pretty well in that tournament and I got kind of known. I guess it was really thanks to an Australian guy called Manny, who picked me on his team, and he was also the person that posted on GameFAQs for me when I got like a 36 kill streak. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been anywhere known in the community. And yeah, I think so. That's all I really want to say from my point of view from this game. But what I want to say is that this game was really underrated, I think. Like, even though the single player was nothing like GoldenEye N64, online was actually really fun, and the community was actually amazing. Like, the people in it were awesome. There was lots of tournaments, clan wars. We didn't really call them scrims back then, we just said clan wars. And yeah, it was just an awesome game, a really good community. And I'm a bit sad it wasn't bigger. But I'm sure now, if this game was made in 2017 with better graphics and I guess probably like bitrate was better, I'd say this game would actually do really well and have a big player base. And yes, next game we have Call of Duty. So as you can see here, it's some Black Ops 2 gameplay, but when Black Ops 2 was out, I didn't do anything competitive. I just played the game as any other usual person. And it wasn't until Call of Duty Ghosts that I found out about a community called NGL. So it was pretty much a Wii U league for COD of tryhards who thought they were professionals but they're playing on the Wii U, pretty much. And after seeing some gameplay of it on YouTube, I decided to get involved. Well, say get involved sounds like I was a big part of it. I asked someone could I join, and I was allowed. That's a better way to put it. And I did find some friends in it, but there were also a lot of assholes. And I kind of explained why later, but like, I remember the first team I joined, I'm pretty sure it's called Fearless. And we were pretty bad, but we still won our first scrim somehow. And I know that team broke up pretty quickly. After that, I was on teams such as Vitality, and I think there's another one or two, but like COD I didn't really care a lot, even though I was playing competitive, so I don't even know what the names of the teams were. Like, in the community, I was probably the person that cared the least about winning or whatever. There's really two reasons for that. So the first one was because my internet was really bad and I couldn't really do well anyways. Like, at that time I had a download of 2 and an upload of 0.2. So pretty much I was lagging like shit every game. But I still wanted to play a bit of competitive when my internet actually was stable, so that's why I still played. And also, I knew just because it was Wii U, there was nothing to be too serious about, because this community was full of people who took the game like super serious, even though it meant nothing. But I guess even I saying that, I suppose Mario Kart competitive and Splatoon competitive meant nothing. But I guess this was worse because COD was really big on Xbox and on PlayStation, and yet these were tryharding on the Wii U, which is seen as like a kids console, and it's different from Mario Kart Splatoon because that's actually like Nintendo exclusive. So yeah, but even like not having to care, I think was actually an advantage because I had a lot of fun. Like, even if I was doing like super bad, I was still able to laugh and have fun about it. And yeah, but acting this way didn't go down well with some people because they thought that I should always be trying my best, and because I was lagging my tits off, people were getting angry that I wasn't doing good or whatever. So yeah, let's just say that's why I wasn't really the biggest fan of that community. But after Ghost, some people went back to Black Ops 2, and the Black Ops 2 one was a lot better because more of the tryhardy people were still playing Ghosts, but there was people like doing 8s and shit on Black Ops 2 who weren't taking the game as seriously, so it was a better community for me. And it was there on Black Ops 2 that I found 3 really good teammates, and I think we actually had a good EU team, but we still couldn't really compete with like the best NA team. But it was made up of myself, a guy called Soko from Finland who actually had played proper competitive COD 4 in Finland on the Xbox, which is really cool. A friend of his called Callie, and we also had a sniper from Spain, which I don't want to try to pronounce his name, but it's like Jafifa. I'm gonna just go with that. And yeah, I actually really liked playing this team because, okay, I'd say they're probably all players better than me, and it was kind of a big learning experience for me, like being able to learn from, say, someone that was a previous competitive player, and they did really make me better at the game. As in, like, before playing with them, I actually used to use Wiimote, and while I could do well, I was able to do much better if I changed to controller, like a proper pro controller, which I did. And I'm telling you, for anybody on this game who gets shit for using Wiimote, I respect you so much, because on Black Ops 2, Wiimote got like no aim assist. It was all to do with your actual aim. While if you use controller, you get so much aim assist. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, being someone that uses Wiimote on controller, I know that, and I know that people get a lot of hate for using Wiimote. I even had one friend who was like, "Oh my god, you use Wiimote, that means you can shoot through walls." It's the most dumbest thing I ever heard. But yeah, controller is way better in this game. And I know a part of that team, we did do scrims against EU teams, and I know we actually like smacked a few like French teams, but we did play in one tournament, and we did have to play against probably the best team that was playing Black Ops 2 at that moment from North America, and they did beat us pretty convincingly. Um, but yeah, those guys didn't care. The guys I was playing with didn't care we lost. They just wanted to have a little bit of competitive action. So it was a perfect team for me. And eventually, the Black Ops 2 community just died and died and died as people were like moving console and or playing different games. And that's kind of what also happened to our team. We kind of just all went our separate ways. And it was from here that I went to Mario Kart 8. Okay, so I had played, like I said before, a little bit of Mario Kart with my GoldenEye Team MG on the Wii. And on Mario Kart Wii, we were actually unbeaten for the Clan Wars we did do, and we managed to even pick up someone from Charge Brigade in our team, which I still don't know how that happened, because we were a primarily GoldenEye team and we picked up someone like that from Mario Kart. But anyways, yeah, so when I first got Mario Kart 8, I didn't know that I wanted to do competitive. It was kind of only a fun game that I'd play online and play with my brother. But I started doing time trials, like about a month after the game came out. And a track I really loved was actually Yoshi's Valley. Wait, is that even what it's called? Actually, I don't even know. I haven't played Mario Kart in that long, I don't even know the track's called. I think it was N64 Yoshi's Valley, or I think that was it. And I played that quite a bit. And there's that one stage I actually got to 19th in the world, and rather 8th or 9th in Europe on it, and that actually got me super hyped. And it was from there I was like, oh my god, I actually want to play competitive Mario Kart. And so I found out about MK boards, and I found a team on there called EH. Now I don't know what it stood for, but I just remembered that being the tag. And I know that team, like a lot of the teams that seem to be joining at the start of each of these games, didn't last very long. It lasted probably only about a few weeks and just died due to inactivity. But The next team I joined was TVG, which stood for Tailored Vengeance, and the leader of the team I was in, EH, was actually joined TVG before me, so it was really weird for that to just happen because I did not know he was on that team. And also Daisy Fan, who was a really big player in GoldenEye, like known to be one of the top players, was also in the team. So it was just like a big coincidence that I somehow wanted to join the same team. And I'm pretty sure I only played like one war with TVG. Like I said back from COD, my internet was really bad at this time, and I just kept getting DC'd. But I'm pretty sure also they didn't play mostly EU times. They used a lot of like times to suit North Americans, so I wasn't really even available to play in a lot of wars. And yeah, I don't even know how long I was in TVG for anymore. I'm gonna say about 2 months, but to be honest I actually have no clue. But I remember I actually left them because first of all my brother broke the gamepad, and second of all I just got sick of competitive Mario Kart because all of the item RNG just pissed me off so much. Because like you can even see in some of these races, no matter like even if you aren't first, you're being punished for being first. If you're lower down in the pack, you'll get spammed at by reds and stuff. So I just got really ticked off at this, and I just left the game completely. I know I did think about making a comeback and joining a good Spanish team, but that actually never happened. But I'm still happy that I did play a bit of competitive Mario Kart. Oh, actually, before I say that, the team that I left, TVG, actually became one of the best teams on the game once I left. So maybe I was holding them back, even though I wasn't playing. And yeah, I was actually really salty about that because if I just had stayed a bit longer, maybe I could have been known to be on like one of the best teams in the game. But yeah, so I'm still happy I did play competitive Mario Kart because I learned out about endgame TV, teams like Imperius and Koopa Clan, players like FLC who's on Imperius, and Soldier, who actually all moved to Splatoon. So I knew about all these people before even playing Splatoon, which was really cool. So I guess this just leads me up to Splatoon itself. So just before I talk about Splatoon, I just want to say I do not normally use a charger. I'm doing it because I'm playing Turf War and messing about, but I still do pretty alright with them in these games. I'm not sure how long this Splatoon commentary, why did I say community, but the Splatoon commentary will be going for, so I don't know how many of these games I'll use. But all of them actually came in a row and actually pretty well, so I'm happy with that at least, because normally I can't even use a charger. So yes, Splatoon. Splatoon was the only game out of these four that I knew before I was getting it that I wanted to play competitive on. Because I did not get Splatoon at release, I actually watched quite a lot of it on Twitch from R White Goose, who actually knew of from speedrunning GoldenEye, which is another coincidence, I guess. And I also watched players like Ugliest Piece of Bread. So yeah, I knew straight away that this game had good competitive qualities. And yeah, so I got the game, and a kind of mistake I made is straight when I got the game, I looked for teams to join straight away. And at this point, private battles weren't even out, so you couldn't even do tryouts or anything for teams. But yeah, I was trying to join teams being like a B rank, and let's just say that didn't go down well because teams didn't want players who weren't, let's just say, ready yet. They didn't want to have to wait for players to get better before they had even how do I even say this? Like, as in, they didn't want players that were still noobs. They didn't want to have to like develop them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Or wait for these players to develop like before they're ready for competitive, if that makes sense. So I tried joining so many teams, and like most of them didn't even reply. Some of them were nice enough to reply by saying, no, we're looking for like S rank. No, yeah, at this time S rank was out, as in they were looking for S rank players or whatever. And I was like, I didn't, once they responded, I was fine with it. But luckily, it's actually nearly 2 years ago now. I joined a team called Distinction, and I'm happy to say that they're all still my friends. Awesome group of people who I still talk to every day. And yeah, I know we weren't the most active team when we actually were a team, and this led some of us to leave and look for something more competitive, and that team became known as Summit. And I really think Summit had a lot of lost potential, because it was last summer where Summit really, I think, yeah, Summit became a thing last summer, and I thought we were actually like a really good team, because we started playing a lot of scrims and tournaments. In like one tournament we took a game off Lamine team, which was good for a starting team like us. We beat a weakened Creme Fraiche team, but I was still Creme Fraiche, so that's the thing. That's the thing I always brag about, is that we beat Creme Fraiche. And say when ESL became a thing, we actually did pretty okay in it. We actually got through a few rounds before being knocked out. And I believe if we had kept playing the game as a team, we actually could have became like a really good team. But we all had different distractions like school or whatever. So unfortunately that couldn't happen. And yeah, so yeah, once school started I kind of stopped playing Splatoon completely. Like, I did come back near the end of school, even though that was probably the time I shouldn't have because of exams, but I did. And now I am fully ready for Splatoon 2. I'm going to be playing with Fusion at the start of Splatoon 2, which is pretty much Summit plus a player known as Conroe. Actually, this is my future section. I probably should have said that now. Actually, I expected that Splatoon section to go on for a lot longer than it did. Oh well, okay, so pretty much the future. So you know that I'm going to be playing with Fusion, and hopefully now we can stay active and try to become a really good team. And so now that we've got to this stage, I have this special news kind of thing that I want to say, and that is that I will not be doing YouTube anymore once Splatoon 2 releases, and that this will actually be my last video. And there's actually quite a few reasons for this. First of all, for the Switch, I already know that I want to play on the gamepad screen, so I actually won't be able to use my Roxio to record from the TV. And another reason is that, like, I didn't record every single game I played. I only wanted to record when I actually wanted to like get a gameplay for a video, and because of this, every time I recorded, I like tried really hard and got salty really quickly when I didn't get good games, and this actually resulted in me playing worse, if that makes sense. As in, I guess other YouTubers who are like me that want to record for getting an actual game for a video know this, that you actually get all your best games when you're not recording. So yeah, that's really the main, like, they're the reasons why I don't want to record. So like, when I am playing, I won't be getting as salty, and that I'll actually be performing better as a player. So yeah, if this is my last video, well, It actually technically mightn't be my last video, but probably I'm not saying it will be, but probably will be my last video on this channel, unless I just get back into, if I get into Pokemon or something and start recording that, which actually could happen. Okay, now that this bit of the commentary is really all over the place, but yeah, the reason why I want to play this Switch on the Switch screen is because once I go to college, I want to be able to still be able to play over there without having to need a TV. But if my internet is really bad in college, I might get back into Pokemon, which means I might upload on YouTube again. Yeah. So, if this is my last video, I kind of actually want to... Actually no, before I say that again, I'm getting mixed up because I'm terrible at commentaries, and I really should plan them out beforehand, but I like better when they just flow, and yeah, so I actually might from time to time maybe upload on like community channels or something, just to kind of still be a part more of the community, and still show what I can do, I guess. But if this is my last video, I might as well reflect on my channel as a whole. So if you don't know, like I started YouTube not for subscribers, or I actually wanted just to use it as something I look back in the future of like my gaming like experience or my gaming career. So maybe that's why it makes sense for this video to be my last video. Okay, yeah. So to look back on everything I did in gaming. And actually I sound like such a nerd saying that now. Well, I guess I am one, but like look back at everything I did, and I guess if it wasn't for Splatoon, this channel would have died really quickly. I want to thank everyone who has supported my channel for how many years now? This is nearly 3 years. And mainly it's been my friends from Distinction, so I want to thank all you guys who have come by, watched my videos, left a like, left a comment, even the ones of you who did dislike my videos. I still thank you for even watching my videos. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Hopefully I'll be a bit more relevant in community in Splatoon 2, and hopefully I'll be able to take part in LANs or whatever and actually be a really good player. If not, I'll just be a failure like I kinda was in these other 3 games. So there'll be nothing different, I guess. So yes, let's finally end this rambling on commentary, because it's really going nowhere at the moment. So I want to thank you guys for everything. I hope you enjoyed this video of me going through my whole career, and hopefully you guys will actually will still know me as a player from Splatoon 2, and hopefully I'll be actually relevant in the community. So yes, I'll see you guys later. Oh, and if you want to keep up with me, still just check my Twitter. I'll be on there. So peace out, guys. It was fun while it lasted. Oh god, I just noticed this video is now 29 minutes long, and I haven't uploaded 0.6. It's gonna take forever to upload.